Hey there. Good morning, 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation. We are excited today. Today is the actual launch for the 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation Summit. I wanted to share with you just today what's going to actually be going on today and how it's going to be happening for you. Give you a little insight on what is the 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation, what is the summit all about, and why should agents like yourself be watching this. So I think it's important that one of the things that we do, first of all, is go through and just say thank you to all our speakers and our sponsors and all that stuff. So first of all, I just wanted to bring to your attention that you can go to the 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation Summit and sign up, get a free access to the ticket. It's actually running between today, tomorrow, Thursday, today, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock at night. So how does the summit work? So on any given day, we're going to be actually on each day at 9 o'clock in the morning, we're going to be launching 8 of the new speakers and their interviews. So who are some of the speakers that were here? First of all, our sponsors. Special thanks to U.S. Bank, who is Jimmy Chu over at the acting vice president over at Bank of America, U.S. Bank in Chatham. He's been one of my business partners for probably more than 25 years. Solid guy. His team and him are really some of the best in the industry. They really, I think, people ask like, what do they do special? Customer service. Their strength is really making sure that they put you in the best light possible and make you look as the best that you can actually be as a real estate agent, and as their business partner. They are really on the forefront of that. James has been in business for 25 years. He was an agent at one point, so he understands as much as you understand his business, he understands your business, and he's there to help you. The other person I want to reach out to and give a big shout out to is Chris Brady. Chris Brady has really been a huge proponent of the 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation. He's one of our sponsors also over at Draper and Kramer Mortgage. Chris is a solid guy. He's been around for years, and again, his expertise is service. And they're two different vendors. Like Chris is really good at doing unique loans that normally a bank would not look at as much or as closely as. He's really good for self-employed people and stuff like that. Where James is more on the mainstream, doing main bank loans, stuff that you would take to your local bank or your local provider. So let's jump in and look at our speaker today. So I want to page down. Here's some of our speakers, and you can see all this and get your free ticket over at the 10xrealestatewarriornation.com. Again, you can sign up for that. We're also going to touch on what is a all access pass. I want you to just see what some of these speakers are actually saying about it.
This is the equation that most people don't know that they don't know. You're going to walk away that day be able to increase your income.
If you get that number to 2%, then it gets really exciting.
None of us are lucky. We make our luck.
Anytime I feel comfortable, I want to break through that. I want to get uncomfortable.
You can't lead yourself. It's all about leading yourself. There's no way that you're going to be able to lead others.
So again, this is the speakers talking about watching the other speakers. Here's something from Krill, who's actually on our team. We've actually watched Krill actually explode his business.
Close to $3,000 of my own money, marketing, kind of figuring things out on my own with really no training or anything like that. And and then I ran into Sean 2 years later, and he's like, "Hey, I've got this perfect formula. Why don't you give it a go?" After 2 years of not closing a single deal, I was like, "What do I have to lose?" So, long story short, 6 months later, I've closed $1.6 million in sales volume, 36,000.
Good job, Krill.
7 deals, and I'm not even wrapped up with the first year. That's only the first 6 months. So, this formula really works. Without really going into too much detail because there's so much to cover. If you see that board behind me, this board is my entire deal pipeline, all the clients I'm working with. And if I were to look back 2 years and say you'd have a full list of clients you'll be working with, I would have said, I must have changed something because what I'm doing right now wasn't right. And ever since I started 10X Success Formula, it worked like a charm.
So we want to keep going through here. It's going to be a busy day. Krill is one of my actual team members. So what is the summit and how is it set up and why did we come up with the 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation Summit? So one of the reasons why we launched the 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation Summit is because, after 25 years of being in the business, working with some of the best trainers in the countries and all over the nation, to be honest with you, I've been to more seminars and more trainings and more mastermind groups than most people have been in their lives. And what I learned was that we were trained to be generalists. Real estate agents, like doctors, they go and they're trained to be a generalist. And the problem is the generalist in the doctor profession gets general money. And if you really want to get 10X money, if you really want to become a surgeon, like my wife would say, if you want to be a hand surgeon, you're going to have to spend 5 to 8 years going for advanced training, and you're going to have to learn how to first do surgery. Then you're going to have to learn more about doing hand surgery specifically. You may have to work on doing neurology or something along that lines. So it's a skill set that's a trained skill set. And the problem in our industry is there really hasn't been anybody to do that. So when you read at the very, very top of the line, it says, hey, 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation, what our job is and where our goal is really simple. Is to turn ordinary agents into extraordinary 10X Real Estate Warriors. And how are we going to do that? We're going to do that by introducing you to different strategies, different techniques that are going to help you to build your business one person at a time, and one step at a time. We're going to teach you how to become a surgeon, how to become an expert in one actual expertise. Here's the great news. We're not saying to you, hey, you should come work with us or you should come work with this guy or that guy. We're saying to you, find out what your passion is, find out what your core purpose is, and then align that with the person that resonates with you by listening to their information. So one of the things that you're going to start to learn is each one of these speakers has a different approach, has a different technology, has a different system to help you to grow your business. And some of these guys, you're talking about world-class people like Chris Heller. He was actually the chief CEO. He was the CEO of one of the largest companies in the world, Keller Williams International. You're going to talk to a guy named Howard Tagger, who's like one of the mad scientists making technology in the background. You ever had a problem building a team? One of the most expensive things in real estate is trying to build an organization. Between the hiring, the firing, and the training, we lose more money and more time, more effort. So we have like John Pike, who's actually helped agents build teams and hired over 2,000 agents in our industry and showed them specifically how to build a team and how to maintain the team. And then when you start to get it built up, you can actually listen to Veronica, who actually she has an organization of over 800 agents in her organization. She's one of the most successful Latino women in the real estate business today. She's also one of world-renowned speakers with Zillow. She's on numerous panels and numerous channels. How about Charles Oppler? Charlie Oppler is this year's 2021 NAR, National Association of Realtors president. When you guys are asking us, hey, what are we paying these guys for? What are we paying the National Association of Realtors for? He's the guy who's going to explain it to you. And he's the guy who's going to actually not only show you why he actually, you should support your local National Association of Realtors. But not only that, he's actually going to tell you how he's actually got an organization in the background that he runs, where he's got a whole bunch of bosses through the Sotheby's franchise, and he's actually doing, they have 700 agents in their employ that actually Charlie is not only running he's not only the National Association of Realtors president, he's also the chair, one of the partners in the brokerage and running that brokerage. How about Matt? Matt is the mad scientist. If you guys have seen posters and newspaper ads and you've seen ads on TV with Barbara Cochran and your local realtor, Matt is the guy who's the mad scientist behind that, who's created those marketing campaigns for realtors to become experts and partner with people like Barbara Cochran and to partner with people like I'm trying to think is Jack Canfield and stuff like that. So if you're out there and you're trying to build your business and you want to figure out how to build your business, you need to go and sign up today for the 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation. I'm going to put the link in here for those of you guys out there. If you're not already registered, you need to go register and get your free ticket. It's going to be an amazing opportunity for you. So let's keep going here. Al Stasic, one of my early mentors and coaches, Al is one of the most humble guys on the planet who actually helped to build an organization of over 4,000 to 5,000 agents within the EXP model. He is by far one of the mad scientists that works closely with Jay Kinder and Michael Reese to run what's called the Honey Bear Nation. And these guys, I mean, when you talk about a solid, background uplines, people that are business partners and stuff like that, Al is that guy. He is the business partner. Right now on the screen, you're going to actually see in the comments, you're going to see the actual link to go sign up and grab your free access pass. One of the next guys that I want to introduce you guys to is actually John Kitchens. John Kitchens was actually the mad scientist behind Al B. Stasik's partner, Jay Kinder and Michael Reese's business. Jimmy Rex, hey, you want to figure out how to do 32 transactions literally in a day in your jammies? You want to listen to what Jimmy Rex has to say. He is known to be on some of you guys know Instagram. Instagram, he's known to be the most interesting guy on Instagram. So that is him. Ryan Hartman, how would you like to know? How'd you like to talk to the guys behind KV Core, which is also Commissions Inc. And also, how'd you like to learn how to do handwritten notes with a computer, so that you can do it with automation, so you don't actually have to write the handwritten note, but it looks like you did. So when the person gets it in the mail, it looks like you actually took the time to write it out. That's something that Ryan's going to teach us. And then Tristan is an interesting guy. He's probably one of the more intriguing guys out there. The reason being, why is Tristan so interesting? He's actually built an organization called Lab Code Agents in Facebook, which is really a resource for over 100. Now I think it's up to 125,000 agents worldwide that actually go to that group and that community of people to learn about real estate. So, you're starting to see that these aren't just your average and ordinary day people. These guys are truly epic in nature. So we've actually, we can see, hey, Maggie said, hey, by applying the 10X success formula, I took back my business and my life. I managed my day versus my day managing me. Thanks, Sean. Within 300, we had 300% increase in sales in 28 days. Within the first 23 days of our first coaching session, we increased our earnings by 300%. Here's the best part. We didn't work any harder or spend more money. We simply asked one more question. One more question paid my kids to college tuition. Thanks, Sean, for the 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation. Jimmy Fitz, Rockstar Insurance Company. He's an Allstate insurance broker here in New Jersey. One of the best in the business. If you guys need his help, he's one of our rock stars. Kristen, oh my God. Chris, oh my God, I earned over $100,000 by hosting 4 open houses with 4 young kids in the house. Time is the most valuable asset. With the help of the Ultimate Open House Real Estate Funnel, I did 4 open houses in 45 days and generated 112 new relationships. 112 new relationships. We listed 3 homes, sold 5. I'm proud to be in a 10X Real Estate Warrior, especially in a 10X Top Gun Open House Expert. The 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation and Sean has changed my business forever. So let's go through some of the questions on what is the 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation, what is the summit, and how is it going to work? So today we're actually going to release, I think I'm a little foggy looking. Let's see. Here we go. Today we're going to release actually 8 of the speakers' videos. And they're going to actually be released on that page. It releases in here in 6 minutes. I want to show you who the actual speakers are today on today. So today our agenda is we have this today. And by the way, today is like a foundational day. It's like basic training. If you can think of this, the model of the Real Estate Warrior Nation was designed to be like basic training. Okay. Really what we've actually done is set it up so that the people that are out there, what they can actually, if you can kind of imagine, you show up to basic training your first day, you get your haircut, you get your uniform, you get everything ready. When you join the 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation, and if you get an all access pass, we're actually going to give you one of our foundational skill books, which is what we call the 10X Personal Success Formula Blueprint. It's, you know what, right now you can get the access pass still for $67 because until 20 minutes after we've started, you can still get the special price. So don't miss the opportunity to go get it. You can get your all access pass. It's going to give you a tremendous amount of information and added value. I think the most importantly though, is today what you need to understand is at 9 o'clock this morning, these 8 videos that I'm showing you here now, this one column, okay, day 1, those videos are going to be released. They're only going to be up for 8 days. How are you going to get access to them? You're going to have to actually register over at the 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation, and we're going to give you a link to it. It's going to give you the exact link to show up and actually get to get your personal success formula. Once you get there, you're going to actually be able to, you're going to be able to actually, I'm sorry, I'm just thinking out loud here. Once you get to the 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation, you're going to register and you're going to get your free ticket. You're going to get a link emailed to you, and that email is going to have the link to today's speakers. And those speakers are Tristan, who we just talked about, Michael Reese. How about Nick Naton? This number is actually wrong. It should be 26 at this point. He's actually been a 26-time Emmy Award-winning producer who's going to show you how to build celebrity awareness within the organizations and stuff like that. Hey, Matt Wagner, thanks so much for chiming in. And Jeffrey, I appreciate you having you guys here. You guys are awesome. And then we have Charlie Alper, who we talked about. Nick Krem, how would you like to build your own TV channel? Kind of like what we're doing now, but to be your own special, in your own special niche. Let's say you specialize in doing senior communities. Nick's going to show you how to build your own, your own TV channel on Instagram and also on Facebook. Jimmy Rex, we talked about him being a mad scientist. You're going to hear from me today, which is partly is this actual video we're doing right now. We're going to actually plug this in, and you're going to hear from one of my good friends. Jeff Quinton and I have been friends. I can't say enough about the guy. He is probably one of the most disciplined basic training guys you're going to meet. Jeff builds monsters. He actually helps young agents get into the business, work in his team, and builds them into absolute monsters. And how does he do it? He does it with basic skills and teaching them the basics first. He's really just an incredible guy. So if you want to find out more about getting registered for the summit, you're going to go here and you're going to go grab this link and you're going to get signed up. So what happens after you get signed up, right? So one of the things that you're going to learn is once you get your ticket and you get registered, okay, you're actually going to go back and you're going to start watching those videos. For each day, there's 3 days. Of the 3 days, at 9 o'clock in the morning, those videos are going to get pushed up. You're going to be able to see those videos, and then at 9 o'clock in the evening, those videos are going to come down. And then tomorrow, the next day, you're going to see the next set of videos are going to go up. So once you see, the more that you see of this information, the more you're going to realize what a great opportunity it is to get the All Access Pass. Not only in the All Access Pass but you're also going to be able to get, what's really cool is you're going to be able to get the speaker notes. So the speaker notes are actually one of those things where once you go out there and you take a look and you're watching this information, what if you could have this information for life and have it on demand every time, wherever and whenever you want? Well, we're going to actually give you access to that. You're going to actually get the speaker notes are just actually an added value that we're bringing to the table. So when you actually register and you can actually, when you actually register for an All Access Pass, you're going to be given the opportunity to grab the speaker notes, or what we call the field manual. It's all 25 of the speakers, plus all their free information. Plus you're going to get their VIP information. So in the summit, there's going to be the free videos and then there's the VIP videos. So let me explain how that works. So in the summit, you're going to be given the option, okay? You're going to be given the option to watch the free videos, which there's 30 minutes of each speaker, giving basically the tips and the tricks and the overview of what they do and how they do it. But if you want to find out exactly how they do it, if you want to get access to the tools that they use to do it, and if you want to get access to free demos, get access to the speaker notes, get access to the 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation's personal success formula, blueprint, you want to get all that for free, you need to get an All Access Pass. And that All Access Pass is going to give you the information for life on demand, anytime, anywhere that you want it. And here's the best part. You're going to be able to use that information time and time again. So if you're trying, one of the things about building a team, when you're trying to build a team in real estate, it's really difficult is you need to do two things. You need to inspire your people. You need to get them leads, but you also need to give them information. You need to educate them. So how are you going to educate your people every day? Well, what if you had a database of 25 hours of information that you can simply go and pull off the shelf and take one of the speaker's notes and actually go through them and use them as a training material? I mean, it sounds like, it's almost too good to be true. Because if you know anything about building a group or a team, one of the more difficult, challenging things to do is actually keeping them engaged. So we want to make sure that I'm trying to see if I can give you an example of this. There you go. So what if you actually had the access to be able to bring these guys into your office on a daily basis. Well, most people don't have that luxury. So let's see if we do it this way. So we're going to share this with you. I wanted you to actually see how cool this is. So this happens to be Abe. He's one of our speakers. He's actually you want to learn how to grind. You want to learn how to really prospect like a machine. Abe's been in the business for 6 or 7 years now. He does over 140 units with him and one assistant. So you think he's got something to teach you? What's interesting is we actually transcribe all his information so that you don't have to go crazy. Albie Stasek, he's a real estate growth expert. Learn to recruit one of EXP's #1 leading recruiting experts. So you can actually look at, instead of going through each one of the videos, you can actually take his information and actually take it and then go run with it and show and share it with your team to actually show and do training in your office with it. Or if you were smart, what you would do is you would buy that information, and every morning for 25 days, you would read through one of those each morning to see which one of those is going to resonate with your personality type. So, but what about the VIP stuff, Sean? What about the top secret stuff? Well, that's what we would call advanced training in the field manual. And here is where we take out the pictures. We actually just give you the stuff. We give you the real stuff that's going to actually make you money. Like if you see right here, the first thing that Abe is saying to you is time is money. Therefore, efficiency is a must. You know, he's just one of the many. But you know, here is over the last 3 years and 3 months, the company has grown from 4,000 to 40,000 agents. Okay, Al's actually got a simple formula. It's the 25, 10, and 4. You want to find out more about that? You need to come in. You need to grab that pass. So when we're talking about how to drive traffic, to yourself, how to drive traffic to your community. If you guys have watched this, we've been working on this now for about 8 months. And, you know, somebody asked me the other day, they said, you know, why are you so hell-bent, Sean, on introducing this information? Well, you know, our industry has simply changed. I can be honest with you, you know, probably 5-8 years ago, we used to get solicited all the time for referrals and referral companies, lead generation companies, stuff like that. And I used to say, you know what, that's not my personality. I'm going to go do it myself. I'm going to generate those leads myself. And, you know, over time, I realized there was a problem. You see, years ago, when I was a generalist, 20 years ago, when I came into business just like you are now, I would actually come into business. I could have made a living on what was called the float. And those are those deals that are kind of just floating around out there and just doing whatever they're doing. You know, they're not assigned to anyone. They're not attached to anyone. Nobody's actually getting those deals. But nowadays, what's happening, you could have lived on grabbing one or two of those deals that were floating around. The challenge is now, though, there's lead companies out there like Zillow and the Trulia, and there's many other companies out there that are doing this. And really what they're doing is they're marketing and advertising at such a level. It's kind of like the Japanese fishing boats out in Japan, where they're actually driving boats with giant fishing nets, scooping up all the leads off the top and skimming the ones off the top. And the challenge is when they're doing that is they're actually taking those leads and they're selling them back to agents just like you and me for 2 or 3 times the amount of money that they really would have cost. And the problem is that if the people that you're talking to are left untouched, they're going to end up in the net and you're going to end up buying those leads back when you should have just had them yourself. So what we want to do is give you the tools, give you the assets to be able to go and create those relationships and create that nurturing relationship with those people to get them to actually come to you versus you going to them. And as opposed to you paying for that lead. So if you want to find out how to go from being ordinary to extraordinary real estate warrior, you need to get access to the first. You need to get access to the summit. If you don't have the wherewithal, buy the free pass. Christ, it's free. And if you got no business going on, I would dedicate the next 3 days to watching those people. And if you can't afford to buy the all access pass, which I would put my coaching before eating is what I used to say. If you listen to Chris Heller, one of our interviews, he said the best investment he ever made was in coaching and mentoring. You can't afford not to do this. You know, again, I'm going to show you. I want to share with you the video of Michael Reese talking, and all the other speakers for that matter, talking about why it's important to get registered at the 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation. I mean, we right now are in a traumatic time in our industry. We're at a really unique time during COVID-19. There's a lot of people that either their businesses have exploded or imploded, one of the two. By the way, I just want to point out, if you've actually got onto our website and you've signed up for your All Access Pass, and for whatever the reason you didn't get the email, I want you to go in and check your spam filter and check your junk mail. But right now, I want to just play this one more time and let you guys hear
This
it.
is the equation that most people don't know that they don't know. You're going to walk away that day being able to increase your income.
If you get that number to 2%, then it gets really exciting.
None of us are lucky, we make our luck.
Anytime I feel comfortable, I want to break through that. I want to get uncomfortable.
You can't lead yourself. It's all about leading yourself. There's no way that you're going to be able to lead others.
You know, when you're talking, and by the way, if you don't get this for yourself, do it for somebody else. What do I mean by that? So at the 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation, I was lucky enough to be a kid with a purple mohawk and checkered sneakers in high school. When I got out of high school, I actually signed up for the Army. I was 17. They picked me up. They shaved my purple mohawk off because the recruiter said, if I don't take this off your head, they're going to kill you. I was very blessed to actually and feel very honored that I was given a military background. Right now, we're actually doing is as a part of our gift back, the 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation. We're actually giving back over 5% of whatever is generated from the Real Estate Warrior Nation Summit, and we're donating that to Bring a Soldier Home. What is that? There's plenty of soldiers out there right now that can't afford to actually come home for a leave. They can't afford to travel because they're sending all their money home to their family members that are out of work because they lost their jobs due to COVID or whatever the reason. And these guys are out there protecting our country and our civil freedoms. They haven't seen their kids for 2 or 3 years at a time. So what we're doing is actually giving them the opportunity to come home for the holidays. Last year, we brought home about seven of our troops back home to their families during the holidays. This year, our goal is to double that or triple that. At the very least, we want to double it. We'd like to ask you for your help. If you're a real estate professional, if you're a mortgage lender, you're in an insurance business, I don't care who you are, this information that these speakers are talking about will change your life. It's not just about real estate. It's about anything you want. And we're imploring you to actually, if you do it for nobody else, do it for somebody else. Do it for the soldiers. Bring a soldier home with us. We're going to give a portion of whatever we raised over to them, and we're going to bring soldiers home. We do appreciate you. We'll see you on the other side. If you got questions or you got answers or anything, chat us on this link. Again, we're asking you to go to get your free ticket over at the 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation. We're going to ask you to go sign up. It's free. You can go get an all access pass if you want and get all the information there. But again, it's absolutely free. You're going to get access to all the videos starting today from 9 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock this evening. And then again, tomorrow, there's another set of 8 videos that are going to come up. You're going to see those speakers for the whole day, 9 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock at night. And then the third day, which is the final day when we take the experts and we have those guys who are really at the highest level of the game, they're going to actually tie it all together and they're going to pull it all together and show you how to really build a business. We invite you to be part of the 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation. Come join the conversation, and we see you on the other side. Thanks so much. My name is Sean Chalice. I'm your host, and I'm your master of ceremonies at the 10X Real Estate Warrior Nation, where we're helping ordinary agents like yourself become extraordinary 10X Real Estate warriors. Thank you so much. Have a great day. We'll be seeing you throughout the day.